Focus. Ideate. Innovate. Enable.
Welcome to Line 6. I'm Pooja Kamal and you're watching the NITI campus round from Mumbai. The National Institute of Industrial Engineering, or NITI, started off as an industrial engineering institute. But today, this premier institute offers full-time postgraduate programs in a variety of management courses. Here's NITI's journey at Line so far. Emerging winners in Season 1, the institute dropped down to the 9th place in Season 2, fell further down to the 11th place in Season 3. But rose up the ranks and stood 5th in Season 4. Last year, the team from NITI were unable to crack the code and stood 12th in the overall leaderboard. Will this year prove different for the institute? The off-road industry in India is at a very nascent stage, with very few foreign companies in the mix. It is here that Polaris has complete dominance, giving it a competitive edge over the other players. However, despite its high ranking, the company still has to face a few challenges like high import duty and vehicles that cannot run legally on the Indian roads due to a lag in the registration process. To cope with this, the company has set up Polaris Experience Zones, professionally managed off-road tracks with Polaris vehicles. The teams have to come up with strategies to suggest other possible avenues to replicate more benefits, formulate a marketing and communication strategy to help reach prospective customers and engage better with the present ones, devise strategies to ensure adventure enthusiasts experience adventure using Polaris vehicles by working around the motor transport restrictions. We have both our teams from NITI ready and here with us now. There's Volantis on my left. Welcome to the show, guys. And Infinity on my right.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're just 2-2 in each team? There's supposed to be 3 members, right?
Yeah, we are just called up the third member and he would be joining us.
They're on their way. But where are they exactly?
No, there's some confusion.
Have you given it a thought that maybe, just maybe, your 30 members kidnapped?
We don't think so. NITI is a quite secure place.
Well, maybe it's not that safe when we are here. Because, guys, we have kidnapped your 30 member. And that is what the challenge for you is. You'll have to find your team member. So to own an all-terrain vehicle, you have to have the characteristics and persona to face any kind of condition. And in this case, the conditions are going to get from bad to worse. Now what you're going to do is, you're going to find clues, and the clues are going to lead you up to your team member. And your clues are going to be written for y'all on yellow cards and for y'all on blue cards. Your first clue is going to be somewhere in this area. Now what happens if you get stuck at a particular clue? You come back to me and I tell you how to reach the next clue. But for that there will be a penalty, which I'm not going to tell you now. So are you ready, guys?
Yes.
Go find your team member.
क्लू से ठंडा गरम सब मिलता है यहाँ, लेक्चर के बीच में जाते हैं।
Oh shit. What is it? चौकी
उनका है अड्डा है।
No, you find the sense. Come on. Yeah. लीडरशिप के रक्षक हो जहाँ।
उधर होगा, उधर होगा, इधर नहीं है।
हाँ
क्या काम है?
नहीं, कोई क्लू ढूंढ रहा है।
मीरा मीरा एक मिनट मुझे भी पढ़ने से डायरेक्टर At the gate, director's name gate.
Search here, search here.
Yes, Bora. What is it? This is medical, you know, that dispensary. I will go for the penalty.
Just last try.
कुछ बात करते रहो.
Come. Yes. So, what is?
Bora. John, Dhoni, Kohli, or Ganguly. You will see that. Cricket.
Snakes. Bird has this symbol. What is symbol? We don't have any other option. Where is this place here? So Pooja, we are finally here.
Okay.
And we are stuck with the clue. Missing out the clue.
Alright. So, are you ready for a penalty?
Yeah, we have to. We have to.
Okay. I want both of you to do 20 push-ups first. Right here, right now. Come on. Go to the brew cafe. Go.
On the
हर किसी को.
It's actually हर किसी को मिलता है.
Congrats, guys.
Oh hi.
Nishan is here. You'll have clearly won the team challenge. Congratulations.
Thanks.
Wow, you'll have really sweat it out. How was it? Intense?
Very much. So we went upstairs.
Downstairs, I don't know how much you made us run.
Good, you're ready for all conditions now. Our team challenge is now complete. Volantis found their team members first. So congrats guys, you won the challenge. Infinity, you all also almost made it. I think just missed by a couple of minutes. You all were at your last clue.
Yeah.
Alright, now team, what you get for winning this challenge is you get your team member back. No, I'm joking. What you get is you get to decide who presents first in front of the jury tomorrow. Would you like to take a minute?
Yeah.
We decided to go for first.
You go first? Alright, all the best for tomorrow. All the best to you too.
Thank you.
With that, it's time for a short break. On the other side, we'll see Team Volantis make their presentation in front of the jury first tomorrow. Stay tuned.
Well, I support Volantis because those guys, I've really seen them. They've worked really hard on it.
One of the guy named Pranat, he has been very passionate. He has been always been involved in marketing competitions. He has been interning. So I've seen him breathing marketing.
Well, I support Infinity. Well, because I've also worked along with them, and I know those guys are quite well. I think they would win definitely.
Infinity. I mean, Vaibhav is somebody I personally know in the team, and they have been working really hard and also helped us during our research methodology, giving some insights because they have a definite advantage.
Welcome back. You're watching Line 6, the Nitty Campus Round. Before we call our two teams to make their presentations, let me quickly introduce you to our jury panel for the day. From CNBC TV18, we have Anant Rangaswamy, Pankaj Dubey, Managing Director and Country Head for Polaris India, Professor L. Ganpati from Nitty, and George Koshi, General Manager, Skin Cleansing, Hindustan Unilever. Well, it's time for our first team to present to the jury, Team Volantis. Welcome to the show. You know the rules. You have 3 minutes to make your presentation. At the end of that, we'll sound the buzzer indicating end of time, and that will be followed with a question and answer session with the jury. Are you all prepared? Your time starts now.
The objectives of our study are to strengthen the PZ brand by exploring partnership avenues, reach out to potential customers, develop an off-roading culture in India. Research suggested that top consumption drivers are adrenaline rush and sense of achievement. A few key observations and insights. 80% people found PZs are less challenging, suggesting a need for higher adrenaline rush. 66% people seek rent-out options suggesting the need of ATV at convenience. Females have a high safety concern. We have identified 3 TGs based on needs and aspirations: the unawares, aspirers, and passionates. I am an IT professional. I seek entertainment options during weekends. I don't know much about off-roading, but yes, I would definitely love to try it out. I form the unaware segment.
I'm a student. The last time I visited Bangalore, I went to a PZ there. It was a new and thrilling experience, but the next time I want more. I am the Expirer segment.
I'm a true off-roader. I seek best off-roading experience and real adventure. I'm the passionate.
Size of our TG: unawares 11.2 million, aspirers 1.5 million, passionates 0.21 million. The barriers for consumption are fear and safety, inconvenient location, high price perception. 4 categories of latter competition: theme parks, on-road adventures, off-roading avenues like mountain biking and other outdoor activities. Current PZs rank low on major consumption drivers. The core issue is the absence of a unique brand identity for PZ. A brand rests on consistency and communication, but we found both of them missing in case of a PZ. We recommend an umbrella brand, Polaris Escapade, with the theme Experience, Evolve, Escape. Polaris Escapade is positioned to be higher on adventure and safety dimensions. Progressive offering levels of PZ, PZ Plus, and Polaris at your leisure. TG for PZ, unawares PZ Plus would be aspirers, and passionates, Polaris at your leisure would be passionates. We build on existing PZs, creating challenging theme-based turfs or tracks in natural terrains for PZ Plus. Polaris at your leisure is the renting out option at select off-road destination. We propose standardization of branding material and operations. Partnership avenues for Polaris PZ are real estate developers and hotel groups. PZ Plus, government bodies. Polaris at your leisure are adventure tour organizers. We propose revenue sharing model of partnership. For PZs, we propose differentiated pricing and premium pricing for others.
To win with investors, educate the potential investor and connect with them at entrepreneurship conclaves. For customers, the engagement is at 3 levels of customer journey: creating awareness and infusing first trials, generating repeat visits, and premiumizing them. We are targeting word of mouth and digital channels, which are cited as top sources of information by more than 76% respondents. 90% consumers prefer to do adventure activities with a small group. Bring Your Buddy promotes group visits by reference and builds customer base, reach 30 lakhs. We capitalize on the need for achievement with the glorious off-roaders. Best performer of the week to be glorified on digital media, PZ venues. It'll act as a catalyst, creating a cult of off-roaders. Reach 20,000. For unawares, we propose targeted communication for females with a message. Anyone and everyone can experience the Polaris throttle. Presence of billboards at tourist places. For passionates and aspirers, auto and travel magazines are the ideal channels. Digital strategies built around social media, mobile apps, encouraging participative communication.
Challenge was to increase the PEZs. You gave very good idea. I like Polaris Escapades, and that's something which is universally very popular, because that's what the ultimate aim is. But since the off-roading culture as such is very, very minimal at this stage in the country and it's growing, the idea was to get more PZ, but I didn't see any great ideas around increasing the number of PZs.
So we identified that the major problem with PZs is the standardization problem. What a person in Bangalore is seeing is it's play in Bangalore, a theme park, and people don't know that it's a Polaris experience zone out there. And in Virar, in Mumbai, we are seeing that it's Daz Adventures. So there is no brand consistency, which is a major issue with PZ establishing itself as a brand. So that is one thing about standardization. Second is about growing the number of PZs. For that, we need awareness at 2 levels. Rightly pointed out that by both of them, that investors and customers level. Investors, we are targeting them separately. For customers, the campaign like Bring Your Buddy, it is again focusing on word of mouth.
Use the word the customer, like a single word. What exactly you had in mind about the customer, maybe 4-5 years down the line or 10 years down the line? It would be a typical urban person who wants to escape, or a rural customer who would like to use it for a utility basis.
So the current customers which we are looking at are urban customers. We are not targeting the rural customers for PZs. They might be customers for Polaris ATVs, but for PZs, urban we are targeting. And they are in the middle or upper middle segments of the society. And at the same time, the 3 TGs which we have said, the unawares, aspirers, and passionates. What we aim is that the unawares, their base should grow further. More and more people should get into the adventure activities or adventure sports itself. Second is that the aspirers who have done off-roading once or twice, or maybe tried out once at PZ, they should stick to our brand. They should come again for more experience. For that, we have suggested PZ Plus and even renting out options.
If you have to prioritize, again, I think you are talking about targeting everybody.
So, and reality is there's only so much money you have. Where do you want to prioritize? What will build the brand in the first 2 years, and then how do you expand it from there?
First, we would like to target the unawares because from research we found that the awareness is just 4%. Which means that off-roading as a culture is not popular, as you rightly stated. So first we need to actually attract them to the concept and make them aware that such a concept exists. So we need to first target the unawares, and then gradually they would evolve into the aspirers and passionate. There are existing target groups of aspirers.
Thank you, team. Very well done. With that, it's time for a short break. On the other side, we'll see Team Infinity make their presentation, and we'll find out which of the two teams makes it to the semi-finals.
We faltered a little bit, but we conveyed the ideas which we had to.
We had prepared a lot of questions, but obviously they had a completely different set of questions because they are quite experienced and we are just college students. But we tried to answer them in the best way possible as per our abilities. We hope we did our best.
Welcome back. You're watching Lessons in Marketing Excellence Season 6, the Nitty Campus Round. It's now time to call our next team, Team Infinity, to make their presentation. Welcome, guys. You know the rules. You're going to be given 3 minutes. Give it all you've got. After that, it will be followed with a question and answer session with the jury. Are you all ready? Your time starts now.
We started with the consumer research, keeping the following objectives in mind. Business objectives: scale up existing PZs and increase sales of ATVs. Marketing objectives: brand visibility and awareness of ATVs, promoting off-roading culture in India, and development of signature events. Our consumer research involved interviews with various stakeholders of Polaris and surveys of prospective customers. The major insights were: people are looking for real adventure, supported by the fact that 63% of the survey takers were willing to have an adventure ATV resort. People with higher disposable income and an appetite for adventure need a combination of luxury resort and an adventure club and real off-road conditions more than any normal artificial tracks. Also, the results reveal that people are looking for national level ATV events, with 48% of the survey takers agreeing to this. Our secondary research showed that increased private consumption in recreational activities by people over the last few years is a huge opportunity for Polaris to tap. Many Tier 2 cities are emerging as high growth centers, further fueling the expansion of PZs to these places. Also, Honda, world's second largest ORV player, has planned to enter the Indian market, and this needs to be dealt with a new and bold approach. Based on various analysis, we decided to position the PZs as a premium product, targeting adventure enthusiasts with deep pockets, with a marketing mix catering to these requisites.
We present to you
Polaris Adventure Club,
an evolution of the existing PZs, a merger of luxurious facilities and realistic off-road experience. The major highlights of a PSA include luxury accommodation, extensive off-road trails with different topographies, ATV riding training centers, and customized packages. We believe that the PSA will enable Polaris to spread the off-roading culture by creating new extensive off-roading trails, attract people for ATV racing, showcase the utility of ATV to potential customers like government and industrial houses, thereby meeting the long-term goal of increasing the ATV sales. Polaris would either be only involved in the branding of the PSEs, or it would have a revenue-sharing model with the resort chain, with the branding done by the Polaris. The major promotional strategy for PSE that we propose is Torque, a national-level off-road racing championship. It's a multi-round event organized by Polaris across India. The aim is to create an addictive racing platform for the adventure enthusiasts, which will enable people to associate ATV with the brand Polaris in a better way. As a consequence, footfalls in existing PZs will also see a rise. As a premium venture targeting the affluent customer, our promotion strategy would constitute advertisements in business and lifestyle category in print and digital media, listing in travel portals, an adventure enthusiast celebrity as a brand ambassador, display boards in major airports. To conclude, we would say the idea would help in revolutionizing ATV as off-roading, racing, and adventure sport, and simultaneously make Polaris synonymous with the adventure lovers and increase the market size for Polaris in India. Thank you.
Just explain to me why you're going to NDTV, Good Times, and TLC.
Because those are lifestyle channels which cater mostly to the affluent class.
You didn't think it's more useful to target through a Discovery or a National Geographic, where inherent is adventure?
we went more specific, keeping in the business news channels and the lifestyle channels in mind.
The bread and butter comes from PZs, right? I'm saying that's where, and the question is really how do you expand and get both business? While this seems to be a very extreme out-of-the-box idea, what do you do? How do you build the core business out here, which is the PZs what they've established?
Actually, our main strategy is to promote the off-roading culture, the adventure culture in India. Like when you talk about PACs and we have the dog race, suppose say once in a year or once in every 2 years.
We like your idea of talk, so that's nice. So that's one of the things that I really like. But if you see, the focus was on Polaris Experience Zone. Was it?
I would like to answer that. We are actually developing PACs, and we are trying to increase the PACs, not exactly this level of PZs. So we are trying to scale it up to a level of PAC and thereby increase the sales of ATVs.
And I'll just go to, I think, where do you actually think 68% of people who you surveyed or in India are actually adventure enthusiasts? Indians' idea of adventure sports is at best going down for a bowling alley, etc. So I agree with Pankaj that you have to first get them to something is much closer to what they are. I think you've just purely gone by research which says 68% people want it. I can tell you these numbers are absolutely overstated. It's a leading question which prompts people to look good and hence overstate the right. So I'm just saying I find this absolutely off, and it will lead you to him investing money into something which will just not generate any business.
Thank you, team. Will you please step out while our jury deliberates and pens down the results?
The judges were actually looking for a short-term strategy right now, and they grilled us upon that fact very much. But I hope that we were able to convince them that the long-term strategy is much more important, and they should go with that.
Can I please call both the teams to come and stand on my left? So the winning team today wins themselves a cash prize of 50,000 rupees. A fast-track route to the pre-placement interview round at HUL, mobile phones from Gioni, and very exciting lime hampers. And the team that wins all of this is Volantis. Congratulations, guys. That brings us to the end of this episode. Join us next week as we move to SP Jain, another institute from Mumbai. Until then, from the entire team, many thanks for watching.
Focus, ideate, innovate, enable.